Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks. Welcome to another Thursday Chatting with Troy. I appreciate you joining us. This is where I answer your questions. If you got a question for me, just ask it in the comment section right down beneath the video where you normally leave me a message. Type your question in there and I'll be sure and add it to a future chat for you. And if I can't answer it here in 2 or 3 weeks, go ahead and ask it again if you don't mind. Got to keep this one short today, folks. In fact, I didn't even bust out my big camera for this one. This is just my regular G30 I usually shoot all my cooking videos with, so if looks a little bit different to you, that is why. It's got a different camera angle, a different lens on it. But yeah, man, I got some guests coming over tomorrow, so I'm trying to hurry up and rush around and clean up around the house and everything. It's gonna be good times. Got some people coming over, well, at least one that you haven't met. I hadn't even met yet, so hopefully we'll get some video footage for y'all cooking out back and introduce you to our new guest coming up, so y'all stay tuned for that little spoiler. And I'm still working on getting the live chat thing going, so y'all bear with me. I'm fairly getting kind of close to doing that. Won't be too much longer. All right, probably within weeks. All right. Oh, today I'm drinking me some Busch beer. Cheers to you, folks. If you're watching this and you're not subbed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also click the little bell icon so that way you get an email notification every time I upload a video. I do cooking videos on Tuesdays and these Thursday chats where I answer your questions. If I mention any products, any YouTube channels, are you trying to get in touch with me by social media or something like that, check out the description box. I'll make sure and put all that information down below. Just hit show more beneath the video. And thanks for those of you who have donated to help support T-Roy Cooks. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Got dogs out. Hopefully it don't go too crazy. And it's pretty windy out here, so I apologize in advance if we got some wind noise that messes with the camera, messes with the video. Let's get to it. Let's see what we got first. Doju Fitz, he says, Big T-Roy from Melbourne, Australia. Hey, what's going on there, mate? Cheers to you. He said, I just throw herbs and boil them. I just throw herbs and boil them, let cool, then soak my chicken before I smoke them. Also inject before I smoke. I never seen you brine before. Just want to hear the grill master's process. Oh, and y'all check it out. I'm actually wearing, it does say grill master. How about that? I didn't plan this at all. I'm serious. But this is a Kingsford shirt. I went to their website, dude, and they had this a clearance like for $8 or $10 in my size, 3X. So I was like, yeah. So it's a comfortable shirt though, folks. And since I got the shirt on, I might as well wear my hat that I also bought from. Just go to kingsford.com, man. I got all kind of apparel and stuff there you can check out. But yeah, man, that's a good deal on the shirt, man. Check the clearance stuff. Oh yeah, the question. You know what? I actually read that one wrong. That's the next question. Oh well. See, I'm getting prepped for the live feed, y'all. The question I just read is from Todd Blessing. All right, let me reread it real quick. He says, has a question about brining. He throws herbs and boils them, lets them cool, then soaks his chicken before smoking the chicken, and then he also injects, I guess, with the brine before smoking. And he's wanting to know what the grill master's process, I guess meaning me, is. So I usually don't brine. I really don't. I mean, sometimes you will find me doing like some, especially like if I'm gonna fry some chicken, I may brine it in some buttermilk, something like that, with some maybe some hot sauce in it or something, spruce it up a little bit. Maybe throw some Cajun seasonings into the buttermilk and then let it soak overnight. And then I'll take it out and you know, rinse it a little bit, pat it dry, and then batter it up, fry that baby up, man. Of course, you don't have to really. You can just use the buttermilk to hold the batter on there if you want. That works too. I've done that. Brining though, man, I really don't brine a whole lot of stuff. I don't. Usually the meat and stuff that I get is pretty high quality, so I don't think it needs brining. But I've had some questions like this before, Todd, so I may check into doing some more brining just for those of you out there that like doing it, you know. So if you got a great brining recipe, shoot it to me, man. Let me know. Again, check out the description box to contact me on Facebook or something. Let me know. Anyway, I appreciate the question, Todd. I don't do a lot of brining, buddy. I really don't. But, you know, throwing some herbs or some other seasonings and stuff in there, That works for me, man. Herbs are some good stuff, especially with poultry. Yep, good stuff. So the first question, again, it was from Doju Fitz. He says, Big T Roy from Melbourne, Australia. And I said, howdy, mate. Cheers to you. Try that again. Cheers. He says, do you enjoy wine, or are you just a beer man only? I do enjoy wine occasionally. I do. And whiskey and scotch and vodka, tequila. You know, I'll drink it all. It doesn't matter. I mainly stick with beer, you know, because it doesn't get me drunk unless I really drink like a case or whatever, you know, 12-pack. So anyway, I can do these Thursday chats for over an hour and I'll be fine. You know, if I'm drinking some hard liquor or some wine, it's got a little bit more alcohol content in it, make it a little loopy on y'all. For wine though, yeah, when I do drink, I actually like all wines, you know. I like the reds, I like the whites, and I like the blends, you know, the pinkish looking ones, you know. Forget what they call it. Is it a blend? I forget. Anyway, yeah, I like it all, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Appreciate the question, man, and cheers to you down in Australia. In fact, cheers to all of my friends down there in Australia, down under. Where you at, Moose? Along with the rest of y'all, cheers to you, buddy. Hope to see y'all sometime. Me and Karen need to make a trip down there. All right, we're back on course now, okay? Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Y'all go check him out. He's got a channel on YouTube. Link below. What you got for me, Dave? He says, Troy, cheers. Cheers, Dave. He says, I got 2 questions. Deuce. How long are you going to let the beard get? I don't know. Maybe after a year, like next November, I'll see how long it is and decide whether I really want to trim it off or just let it keep going. I wouldn't mind having it go long, you know, down to my belly and my knees, if you know. We'll see how it goes, man. If it gets too long for me to be able to manage, you know, like women with long hair past their butt, you know, it's really, really hard to wash and dry, and it's a pain in the butt when you're trying to sleep and stuff, from what I hear. So we'll see how long I get it. We'll see. I have no plans right now. I'm just enjoying not shaving and looking to see what it looks like after a while of not doing a whole lot to it, other than putting some balm and some oil and stuff in it, shampooing it every once in a while. Yep, good stuff. All right, Dave's got question 2. He says, I know you have an awesome Yoder offset, but when you first started barbecuing, did you have a different offset? And if so, what kind was it? Did I? No. Did I? No, I didn't. I'm old, folks. I'm having to go back a long way. I had like the old Brinkman smoker, little bullet smoker, like the Weber Smoky Mountain, but it was a little Brinkman. I had that, and that's kind of what I learned to cook on. For charcoal grills and stuff, I just had the little bitty portable ones. I had the little Coleman gas stove and stuff, but offsets, no, man. I think the Yoder Wichita was my first one. So, and I actually cooked on my Weber Smoky Mountain for a couple, 2 or 3 years before I got the Yoder Wichita, so that kind of helped me a little bit get to learn fire management, even though it's 2 totally different types of cookers. It helped a little bit, but still, I mean, if somebody were to say, should they start on a Weber Smoky Mountain before they get an offset? My opinion nowadays is, no, they're 2 totally different smokers. If you want to offset, go ahead and get you an offset and learn how to cook on that. All right? 2 totally different animals, but you do learn a little bit about fire management and the airflow and stuff using the Weber Smoky Mountain. Not enough to make a whole lot of difference on the offset. Offset's its own world, man. Woo, boy, it does put out some good barbecue, though. My gosh. Anyway, appreciate the questions, Dave. Let's see. Next question we got is from Gringo Barbecue, another YouTuber. Check him out down below. It says, "Salut, Troy." Salut, Gringo. All right. His question is: have you ever had a gasser in your grill lineup? Can you tell us how and when you use it? Yeah, I've had propane gassers. You know, like the ones from Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that. They They weren't the most expensive, but they weren't the cheapest either. Like Char Grill or something like that. Charbroil brand, I can't remember. I remember one of them said it cooked infrared, and I was like, look, I'm gonna check that out. But it didn't work too good. I didn't. Anyway, I like charcoal, man. I really do. But if you're in a quick rush and you need to get some food hot in a hurry, fire up a gas grill. It get hot pretty doggone quick, man. Like half the time that it takes to get the charcoals going in your for your Weber Smoky Mountain or your Weber kettle. In fact, right over my shoulder, right here on my back porch, I've got a gas. It's a natural gas grill. Y'all have asked me about it before. In fact, recently, it's a DCS gas grill. DCS stands for Dynamic Cooking Systems. The company was bought out like 6 or 8 years ago by Fisher and Paykel. You may see some of their videos on about the Fisher and Paykel now gas grill on Cook's Country. Comes on PBS, I believe it is. So anyway, I love the grill, man. After using those cheaper ones from Home Depot and Lowe's and having this really nice DCS gas grill, folks, it's night and day. It's worth the money to get you a really nice gas grill if gas is the way you want to go. Trust me on that, okay? This DCS gas grill is the best gas grill I've ever had the opportunity to cook on. It talk about some fine steaks, some chicken, fish. Woo! Lord, it's good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, there you go. Hope you check them out, man. Good stuff. I actually use my gas grill on the weekdays most of the time. If I'm not using a Weber kettle, I kind of about half and half. Let's do that, you know. 'Cause I love that Weber kettle, man. Anyways, I'm grilling steaks tonight, ribeyes from my local HEB, and they prime, of course. I'm gonna fire up my kettle. It's gonna be good stuff. Next question we have is from JT. Hey JT, how you doing, my friend? Cheers to you. Let's see what JT says. Oh, and I don't have different camera angles. Again, I was in a hurry trying to get all this done, so that's the only camera angle I got today, folks. But I'll bring the multiple cameras back in a future chat. So appreciate your feedback on that. Most of y'all said y'all liked it. So JT says, great videos as usual, Troy. Thank you very much, JT. Appreciate the support, man. Cheers to you. He says, I'm going to get a few ThermoWorks products and was wondering if you have any codes for them. And more importantly, do you get a kickback from them if I use your links? Thanks again for the great content and cheers. Cheers again to you. Appreciate that, JT. And thanks for the question. Appreciate you inquiring about that. I don't have any kind of a code for ThermoWorks, but if you sign up for their newsletter, a lot of times you'll get notifications that'll give you like a promo code, a discount code, or even like an open box sale, you know, or refurbished thermopens and stuff. So sign up for their newsletter, man. They send out some cool stuff, and you can get some price breaks on some of the stuff that they mention in their news articles that they send out once a week, I believe. If you do use the links that I put, my affiliate, if you use my ThermoWorks affiliate links down in the description box, I do get a little bit. It's like 6%, 5% of the sale, something like that. You know, as Justin always says, I'm not a numbers guy, but I'll make a little chunk change off of that, off of each sale, but it's not enough it doesn't raise the cost for you, but they just give me a little bit for referring the customer to them. So it helps a little bit, okay? Helps provide food mainly, you know, like a month's worth may buy me meat for one of my videos, you know. So anywho, I appreciate it, and by all means, feel free to use any of my affiliate links down there, you know, and they're all about the same, somewhere around the, 3 to 5% is the usual percentage that I get off of those affiliate links. So it takes a lot of volume to add up to get my, a check, if you want to call it that. Anyway, thanks again for the question, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Next question is from Adam Johnzy. Where you at, Adam? How you doing, man? He says, hey, Troy. Thanks again for delivering yet another informative Thursday chat. I appreciate your support there, Alan, and glad you're enjoying it, man. I still love doing these Thursday chats with all y'all and connecting with you. Oh, and that's another thing, too, I was going to mention. If this is your first time watching a chat and you got some opinion about the way I answered a question, you've got more feedback to give, please list your feedback down in the comment section below. Like this question is from Adam Johnzy. You know, say, if you got an answer different than mine, or you got some more experience at something, sometimes I say, I don't know. Do y'all know? So chime in. Leave your feedback, leave your comments and stuff for Adam. Just let him know. Hey Adam, this is what I do. Or something like that. But just leave it in the comment section is what I'm trying to say. We're all one big cooking community. We enjoy chatting with each other down there in the comment section. It's good fun, man. We all learn from each other, and I'm learning from you just as you're learning from me. Let's see. He says, hoping third time is the charm to get a question answered. Well, there you go. How about that? He says, you mentioned beer can chicken. While you seem to be a fan of the method, Meathead over at AmazingRibs.com is completely and totally opposite to it, even labeling it as dangerous. Have you read his thoughts on the matter? And if so, what are your thoughts? Keep up the great work, brother, and cheers. Adam, I remember vaguely something about that article that Meathead wrote, but I honestly, dude, it's been a long time, and apparently it didn't stop me from cooking some beer can chicken. So I'm thinking, anytime you cook poultry, you got to make sure it's cooked. I honestly don't know what the article says, but I'm guessing it probably has something to do with the internal meat not getting up to the safe zone in a quick enough time, so you could get some sickness from the meat, but I've never had any of that happen to me. The main thing is just make sure the meat's done. Alright, if you cook it at a hot enough temp and let that baby rip and roar, and just make sure it's cooked, dude. Just make sure it's cooked. Don't sit there and hold it at 80 degrees for 3 hours and then decide to start cooking it. Go ahead and cook it from the get-go, especially any kind of poultry. Does that work for sous vide? I think sous vide's different. Yeah, sous vide's different though, because usually if you sous vide something, you want to bring it up to just before the temp where you would take it out of the water and then grill it or cook it. Put some sear marks on it basically. So like for chicken breast, you may want to cook it up to, 160, 158, something like that in sous vide. And then once it reaches that temp and holds it for however long you want to hold it for, take it out, grill that baby up, bring it up to 165, and then you're safe. Hope that helps, man. That was a great question. If any of you, just like I mentioned earlier, if any of you have any thoughts on this, feel free to put it in the comments section down below, okay? Appreciate your input, and I'm sure Adam would as well. Next question we have is from Dane G. He says, hey Troy, cheers from South Louisiana. What's up, brother? How you doing? As many of you know, I'm from the Baton Rouge area, so cheers to you. Appreciate that, Dane. Alright, Dane says, I've been looking to get a new smoker lately, but price is a bit of a factor right now. Ain't that the truth, man? Man, they keep going up on prices on everything. It's crazy, man. He says, I currently have a Weber kettle with a slow and sear. Cool, man. Bet you're enjoying that. I love mine. He says, it turns out great. Q. However, it lacks cooking space. Yeah, you do. You lose about a third of your grill space when you have the slow and sear. Man, it sure does turn your kettle into a smoker, man. That works really, really good, folks. Really good. You can get the larger, like the 26 inch, and that'll give you the grill space like you would have normally without the slow and sear for a 22 inch. Thereabouts. And the grill space you have on the 22 inch using the slow and sear kind of relates to the same size grill you'd have on the 18 inch if you didn't have the slow and sear. So think about it like that. But that slow and sear is a great product, man. Great stuff. He says, I'm currently deciding between a pit barrel cooker and a Weber Smoky Mountain, and I'm leaning towards the pit barrel cooker and using it mostly for ribs and chicken while relegating my kettle to bigger cuts like pork butt and brisket. However, I'm also drawn to the Weber Smoky Mountain for its solid temp control. It also seems like I can impart a smokier flavor. Do you have any suggestions on which option you think may be the best? Oh man, excuse me. That's a good question. It honestly depends on your own flavor that you like. As I've mentioned before, the Weber Smoky Mountain does give you more of a smoke flavor, closer to the offset. The pit barrel cooker gives you more of a grilled flavor, like grilling directly over charcoal or lump, briquettes or lump. Plus, you get that grease dripping from the meat as it's hanging in the pit barrel, and that grease hits those hot coals and vaporizes and comes back up into the meat. So you added some flavor, a layer of flavor doing that as well, which you don't get on the Weber Smoky Mountain unless you leave the water pan out, which I'm not a fan of doing that. I know that there are some places that have the kits, the accessory for the Weber Smoky Mountain, where you can hang meat like you would if it was a pit barrel cooker. Trying to remember the name of the place. Shopper's Choice. They're the company that puts out my buddy Chef Tony on YouTube. He's from Baton Rouge. Check out barbecue. What is it, man? BarbecueGuys.com, I think. BBQGuys.com is the website. But yeah, man, Shopper's Choice. Check them out and just do a search for Weber Smoky Mountain accessories or hanging accessories, something like that for the Weber Smoky Mountain, and you'll find it down there. I want to say it's like $40, $50. So that may kill two birds with one stone if you get the Weber Smoky Mountain and that accessory. Okay? But again, depends on the flavor that you like. If you want more of a grilled flavor and you want some of that added layer of flavor, not necessarily a smoke flavor, but a grilled flavor, get the pit barrel cooker. They both work equally as well. They both hold temps very, very well. The thing with the pit barrel is you can't adjust the temp too readily. I mean, you can a little bit by adjusting the air intake that you normally would tighten down based on your altitude. You could open or close it a little bit, and that may help you get a hotter or a hotter fire or a cooler fire. But that's really the only way to adjust it. Weber Smoky Mountain, you got 3 vents on the bottom and the vent on the exhaust, the lid. So you can play around with those temps all day long if you want, man. So, my opinion, personally, Weber Smoky Mountain. You can fit a whole lot more meat on it. Yep, sure can. But they're both good. Anyway, I hope that helps, man. Next question we have is from Meathead. Alright, not Meathead from Amazing Ribs. This Meathead's got a YouTube channel. Y'all go check him out. He says, Troy, that's funny you play Pokemon Go. Yeah, I do. Karen doesn't. I tried to get her involved in it, but no. So I haven't done any really major raids or anything. I think I've just got one legendary from doing raid battles. And I just happened to be passing by a gym where they were doing a raid, and it just was starting or fixing to start, so I stopped, pulled over, and got out and ran up there and joined in. That's the only legendary I got, man. It's hard, I guess, unless I join some kind of a group or something, which I don't have time to do. I probably just won't be getting any legendaries, because it takes like 4, 6, 8 more people, to get legendaries. Be cool to have some. Anyway, what you got for me, Meathead? Oh, Meathead says he got to level 36. Yeah, I'm actually level 37. About halfway getting there at 38. He says one of the questions was about times to release your uploads. Would scheduling an upload have the same benefits to circulate around the world servers? Yeah, if you missed that question, I think it was last Thursday chat. Check it out. And I was talking about how if you immediately upload a video, or if you upload a video and immediately make it public, based on your location, somebody in another country may not be able to watch the video in full HD, or their video may be skippy and pausing and choppy, because they're looking at it or trying to look at it from a server that hasn't totally uploaded the video yet in their own country. So it takes a little bit of time for the server where you're located. After you upload your video, it takes a while for that server to branch out to the other servers that are across the world for YouTube, and to get your video on those servers so that people can view your video from their own local server instead of having to connect in to where your server is, because it's a network thing. So what Meathead's asking is, if he uploads a video and schedules it to go out at a certain time and day, will that help? The short answer is yes. But let me tell this to you as well, what I've learned. If you schedule a video for more than 3 days out, what happens is you're not going to get a lot of help from YouTube promoting that video. And the reason is because YouTube, even though it's scheduled to go up and live to make it public on a certain day and time, if it sits there more than 2 or 3 days without any traffic going to that video, or no views, no traffic, no thumbs up, no nothing, YouTube looks at that video and they say to themselves, this video must not be any good. It's not getting any views. So how about that? They don't promote it. It's a catch there, man. See? You can do it, but don't schedule it so far in advance that you're going to mess with your YouTube help that YouTube will give you. So hope that helps a little bit. Hope you understand that. If I ever schedule a video, I try not to schedule it more than 2 or 3 days in advance to go live, you know. Because when you, those of you that don't know, when you upload a video to YouTube, you can make it public, lickety-split like that. As soon as it finishes uploading processing, you can go live, or the video can go live, it can go public. You can also leave it as unlisted, which means that you can send the link to someone else. You know, you can email somebody a link and they can watch the video, but if somebody's looking at my channel, they won't see the video because it's not public, it's unlisted. Like, it's sort of the same as private, but the difference between unlisted and private is if you make something private, only you can see it, or someone that you have given access to. You have to physically get into your settings and say, I want to give access for this particular video to this person. And if I'm not mistaken, they've got to have a Gmail email address or a YouTube login for them to be able to see that private. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. What was the other one? Oh, scheduled. Yeah. You can schedule a video to go up a month from now if you want to, but again, I wouldn't put it past 2 or 3 days. YouTube frowns on that. They don't help support your video once you do make it go public. That's a great question, Meathead. I hope I answered it, man. If you got any more particulars that you need to know, get with me. Email me or hit me on Facebook or something. Ask me a question there if you need to. Or ask another question right here on my Thursday chat. Always happy to help y'all get going out there, man. I love all this interaction we get with each of y'all guys. You know, and I know I hear back from all of you, and y'all like it too. So that's good times, man. Really good times. All right, next question we have. Is this my last one? This is actually my last one, folks. This is from a long-time sub, Mr. Avila 92. How you doing, buddy? Cheers to you, my brother. He says, hey, Brother Troy, hope all is well with you and yours. Cheers once again from lovely Abilene, Texas. Appreciate it. Cheers again, man. Howdy, Texan. Us Texans, man, we stick together. I got here as fast as I could from Louisiana. I'm so glad I did, too. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met my fine wife, Karen. Woo, doggy, love that girl. All right. He says, when smoking baby backs, I've been accustomed to the 2-2-1 method. Yeah, I'd rather the 2-2-1 method if I do wrap as well. He says, or in his case, the 2-2 and 15-minute method. My question is, what's a good time and temp for unwrapped ribs? Anyway, God bless, and I wish you and yours even more success in your channel, with your channel. So yeah, I appreciate that, man. God bless you too, bro. And thanks for the support and the well wishes. I mainly, like 99% of the time, I cook unwrapped with everything I cook. All right. Every once in a while, I'll wrap just for a different flavor, a different taste. 99% of the time, I'm cooking everything unwrapped. With ribs, let's see. Baby backs usually take me about 5 to 5.5 hours unwrapped at 225 to 250. And St. Louis or spare ribs usually take me more like 6 to 6.5 hours at 225 to 250 Fahrenheit. And again, unwrapped. So I actually take my lid off a lot more than what y'all see on video because I want to get different camera angles and stuff. So my times may be a little bit longer than what it may take you if you leave your lid on your smoker and don't look at your food all the time. So I hope, just take that into consideration. Okay, you know, I mean, making these videos and letting y'all be able to see as much as we can without messing up the cook too bad. That's what we do, you know. Anyway, I appreciate the love and support, and again, thank you for all of those of you who have sent in some money on the PayPal link that I provide down in the description box. I truly, truly appreciate it. In fact, man, I got this MacBook Pro right here. I was doing something trying to figure out something for the live chat, okay? And I was doing some research, and I clicked on a link, and it brought me to some website. It wasn't girly porn or anything, but it was some website for music. And I was trying to get off of it, and I clicked something, I guess, and it put some kind of adware on my Mac, which I wasn't sure Macs could get infected real bad. But anyway, it was driving me nuts, man, because I couldn't get the dang box and stuff to close. It kept popping back up. After restarting, it popped back up. I was like, man, driving me crazy. What I'm getting to is some of the money that you guys sent helped me buy a nice antivirus program for my MacBook Pro, okay? So I got rid of that adware crap that was on there, and she's tuned up. She's running real good, folks. So thank you very much for that help and support. I appreciate it. Y'all come back next Thursday, man. Oh, and come watch Tuesday if you are into some cooking, man. And I know a bunch of you are. You want to see me do some cooking videos and some recipes? Come up on Tuesdays and check me out. And again, we'll see y'all next Thursday for another Thursday chat. If you're not subbed, as I said, go ahead and please subscribe, and please click the little bell icon to notify you every time I got a video that goes up. I would appreciate it. And if you have anything that you want to check out the description box. Just hit show more down beneath the video, and that should help answer a lot of your questions. But if you've got a question for a future chat, ask that down in the comments section again below. I gotta go clean up for my guests come over tomorrow. Appreciate all y'all watching. We'll see y'all next time. If you like this kind of stuff, y'all give me some thumbs up. Hope you share the video. And when you do, please tell all your friends. T-Roy cooks responsibly. Cheers, everybody.